changing it up, a little whiskey sour tonight rather than just straight whiskey.
I'm drinking wine again.
Nice.
It's pretty much the standard here. All right, welcome everyone. We're live, Zenith Online Racing, back for round 6 of Tier 1, Season 9. We're in Baku. Well done, Baku. We got 13 guys out here tonight. Hopefully it's the 13 that all race the closest to one another. That would be ideal. I think this track does tend to separate everybody a bit, so it might be a little bit of a dull one here, but let's hope for the best. You never know, man. Baku is one of those tracks. Could be one of the greatest races we've ever seen, or could be a snooze fest.
We're trying to make it a little more lively if it is a snooze fest.
We can always sidebar, come up with
you bet.
Say called it. It's the big in GP podcast. Really, it's basically we're just hanging out, having a drink on a Monday night, and we're watching some racing. So that's pretty much the gist of it. That's how it's supposed to be. It's kind of the nice thing. Like, I don't know, Monday's such a nothing day. It's such a crappy, boring day. Like, it gives you something to look forward to. And honestly, I find that usually by the time we're done the race and wrap up, and I find it's like, well, Monday's basically over now.
Mm-hmm. It's a great way to finish off the first day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. And then kind of spend the rest of the week
waiting for Monday.
Or Sunday for Last of Us, but that's over now, so.
Oh, I know. Oh, we got a real F1 race this weekend, I believe, so.
Yeah, we do, actually. That'll give me something. And hockey, we're heading to the playoffs now for hockey in the next few weeks, so that's going to get ramped up. I don't think I've watched more hockey this year than I have ever in my life. Like, more other teams playing hockey, not just my team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited for the playoffs. I think it's going to be really, really, really good.
I haven't watched too much, but what I have watched, it's been spectacular. It's just amazing how good these guys are.
They are really stupidly good. The talent now, the talent is so immense across the league. So Jennings was going to be first, but he's back into the pits, so. Mercedes. No, it's an Alpha. Carson.
Oh no, Janet's out.
Oh, I forgot he's quali van.
Oh.
Yeah. So a few incidents. Oh, Carson was really deep there. So a few incidents throughout the season so far for Janet, and then I had to reset a track last week that we caught on the stream. That was pretty much a done deal, and that's put him across the threshold for qualifying ban. I believe he's only 2 away from another one. So, you know what though? There's only 13 cars. Janet is one of the guys that starts at the back and dominates. So,
well, that's what I was gonna.
It's not really a punishment for him.
No, and
it's not a severe enough punishment. I mean, of course it is, but it's not like of all the drivers, is probably most likely to overcome that. So Carson not having the greatest lap here. It's looked a little, tentative, and he's had a mistake in the turn. So it's a lot of work to do here for Carson. But he's the first guy on a hot lap. So see how he does here. As far as hockey goes, I mean, the East is just absolutely loaded, man. Like, it's going to be I could see the Western Conference winning the Stanley Cup, because the East is going to be, whatever team makes it there is going to be decimated.
They're going to be beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like playoff hockey. Nothing.
No, it's just next level. I mean, I'm telling you right now, we're already into playoff. It's already playoff hockey now. So we're talking an extra month of it. These games, Leafs are playing the Sabres tonight. Sabres trying to get in the playoffs. This is, it's an ugly game. They're gonna be rough with each other, and especially the Leafs and the Bruins teams like that, right? Those teams that just hate each other. So T-Brum goes to the top for now, 140.3. Gertz with a really reputable time, actually. He's right off T-Brum, who's been lightning quick. So Bert's right up there. Let's see what else we got. We got Vinny. Vinny hasn't been around much, but he's here tonight, so let's get Vinny. We'll get on board with him for the end. Coming through the final sector now. The end of the lap.
And say A to the top.
Actually, sorry, Vinny is not pushing at the moment, so... Oh, Say goes quickest, that's good. I think if we got... we got Say putting up 3/10 lap, 3/10 a lap quicker time than T-Room. That bodes well, because generally T-Room's had those very quick laps, and he's kind of dominated in qualifying.
Oh, something happened to Sam. He aborted. He was on an out lap and back into the pits. Do we have anybody on?
On a run here? We do.
Asylum
Vinny is actually on a push lap. Scavney is coming through. He's not pushing though, so let's go back to Vinny.
So Vinny's got purple sector 1. Went purple, I should say.
Ooh. That did not sound good.
Oh, whoa, what a save.
Yeah, I think he hit the wall too on the way into that section.
I think you're right. I think I heard something. He's not giving up on the lap. I mean, you want to get a decent lap in there, and then you know you can go out and really push for one. Nothing worse than trying to get a hot lap, get your best lap on your first attempt and crashing and not setting a time at all. Getting a little toe here.
Yeah. Not bad at all. 43.5, so way off the pace. He hasn't really been around much. I'm not terribly surprised by that. It sounds saying he may have fucked the weather up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't understand why he wouldn't have the settings saved by this point. Like, it shouldn't really need to be any adjustments any week, right?
Right, you should just
load the settings, it should be good to go.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, this game is pretty weird, you know, and sometimes messes with things, or I've seen it like wipe your save file sometimes, and you have to like do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Oh, that's
like,
happened to me twice.
There, and then they come back, and then you're like, oh, they're there again. What the hell? Like,
well, that never happened.
Stuff, right?
I lose them. I've lost them twice.
I also find that it's like whatever button is to save is like the button you'd normally push to back out.
No, yeah.
In the one menu for setups, and I always found I was overwriting setups sometimes, and I'd like barely notice, and I'd be like, wait a second, did I just overwrite that?
All right, I'm going to ride on board with Lunar. Right, Lunar is about ready to start his hot lap.
All right, let's go around the circuit in Baku, ride on board with Lunar and the Mercedes, see what he can do. Some traffic up ahead there.
Well done through those two first turns. Guess right, guess right.
Is that T-Brum?
I don't know who it was, but that always...
it was T-Brum. He was trying to give him a tow, I think.
Okay. It's always one of those things you want to get as close as you can. If the guy knows you're coming, you don't know. You might not know which way he's going to move to get out of your way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done through there, too.
It's sort of like... you stay on the racing line, and then... You know, the person who's giving the tow pulls off the racing line before the end. But if you don't time it well and you have to make an overtake, then you need to like have that scenario discussed. And I would say like you make the guy if the guy behind needs to go ahead before the braking zone, then let him make the move. You just stay where you're supposed to.
Yep. I always try to just cheat to one side. Just cheat to one side a little bit. That way the guy coming up behind you can see, you know, he can slide over no problem, plenty of room to one side. Rather than right down the middle, then they gotta, you know, guess which way you might go to move out of the way. So, lunar, purple sectors 1 and 2.
There we go. What's that top speed going to be? Open that DRS. I think he's going to hit 340. Oh, not quite.
Wow.
39. Yeah, I'm in kilometers an hour.
Just probably not the same straight line speed. Probably a heavier, greater downforce in his wings.
Yeah. Got to get out for an F2 race sometime. The sprint. I don't know if you saw it, but the sprint last weekend. Oh, buddy, go watch that later.
Okay.
Like, it was epic. It was probably only about 20 minutes long. But it was like, dude, just non-stop action, like throughout the field, like constant battles, constant switching of places, multiple times, multiple cars were side by side fighting for their spots. Just the sprint was ridiculous. Like the feature race was good, but by comparison, just did not live up.
Question. So as they approach the castle section, the first left-hander into that castle section, it looks like there's some sort of sparks coming out of the corner. Like there's some sort of, I don't know what to call it really, but it's just sparks coming out of the bottom of the corner.
Well, it's probably from the car, right?
No, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm riding on board, and it's just spitting out of that corner. I've seen it twice now.
I wonder if it's just like a visual glitch from
So, let's see. Scavany is going to be going through there right now. So it's going to be the left-hand side. Let's see if it's still there. Yep, see it?
I don't know if no.
You no?
No. What have you been smoking over there?
Yeah, right. Well, it's on my stream.
Like on your like the whatever reason you're seeing some version of it where someone's car sparked and it just didn't stop.
Well, they did it in the corner, in the wall,
it's
because
like
that's where
it's glitch kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. But it's literally coming out of the base of the wall.
Weird. Wow, look at Seye's time, man. 39.3. The T-Room's not even close.
I didn't really see Seye complaining about today's race. Like
people in the chat seem to say it's Seye's track. Like this is the one he dominates at. So that's bad news for Jinnit in the championship. He's going to start at the back and Seye. I mean, if he's that quick and he's at the front, I would say the thing is like he did say it makes him nervous. So like I would think probably the only thing is, you know, maybe a mistake and hit a wall and DNF or something might be the only real chance anybody beats him.
There are very few runoff areas. So yeah, walls everywhere, walls abound, and it's not too wide of a track. So you get stuck side by side with somebody trying to beat them to the corner. Somebody's got to back off quick.
You run out of room fast here.
I think Vinny's going to abort this one. Seems to be struggling. Yeah.
I'm on board with Asylum. He's
Asylum.
on a pretty good run.
Okay.
A tidy lap. He's hitting 344? 345, 345 kilometers an hour. That is insanity.
It's about 210 miles per hour.
Yeah, I don't know the math.
Me either, and I wasn't looking. I got it in miles per hour, but I wasn't looking down at it. I just know from time trials that you can get up to, in the time trials, you can get up to 216, 217, depending on your wing setting. Let's see. Verts is out on a out lap. Is Vinny?
Pretty much everybody should be heading out at this point, I think. Like
Yep,
right now,
3
you should
minutes.
be kind of making your way out, right? It's a longer lap. You can kind of have a nice casual out lap if you get out now. You're way behind, way behind the guys that just left. You're not going to really, no one's on a flying lap's going to catch you. It's how long the circuit is. Sam on a push lap?
Must. I don't know.
41.7. He's only got time for one more if he has the fuel. Oh, someone spun off in the runoff down there. Who that was?
The Mercedes.
T-Brum?
It looked
Lunar?
like a Mercedes.
I think it was T-Brum.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Was out on his outlap. Maybe he was just trying to get out of the way of somebody.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't given T-Brum any GP stream time. I'm going to do it this time.
I mean, he's our closest bet at beating Seiya. We also haven't even, I haven't even shown Seiya at all yet. So we'll try to pick him up on the back end of his hot lap. And you say Verts, I think, was the first one out. So let's get on board with him. He's the first to finish here. And who do we have behind? It's like Mario World? Or is it Asylum?
Behind Verts?
Yeah, the next car is a Ferrari. He's not on a flyer yet, though.
Man, there must be a defect. There's something wrong here because there's nobody behind Verts for me.
No, I don't, like, not, like, behind him on the map.
Gotcha.
Like, way behind.
Way, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha.
I was thinking, like, who do we pick up next, right? So I think it's Mario. Then Scavney, I believe. Oh, Silent's out. It's in the pits, though. I think he was already in the pits, yeah, so.
Verts crosses sector 2, up 3/4 of a second. That
that's
will
a big improvement.
Yeah, that puts him ahead of
P2.
Just about.
Yeah.
$212 miles now. 213. Good enough for P2.
Sorry, 39.5 for Verts. Very good lap. Mario is up a half second on his time. That could take him to P4. Potentially P3 if he can find more.
Ooh, we got through there really fast. Able to get on throttle quickly. No spin. No spinning wheels. And he's purple sector 2. Home free now. This is going to be a good time.
Very good.
A second and a tenth improvement.
Who do we have next? T-Brum.
Scavney, I think. Oh no, I missed. Yeah, you're right. I think it's Lunar, right?
Yeah, Lunar, Scavney, and then T-Brum, I think. Very good lap from Lunar. The times are actually very competitive. We could have a pretty solid race here. Maybe, I kind of expect Say to break off and get away, but especially with Jinnit bringing up the rear, he could be a problem for some of these guys.
Oh, Scavney's bailing.
Yeah. T-Brum also bailed. I think that's it. Nobody else pushing, so I believe... Is it Say out there still? Yeah, Say is celebrating. So Say takes pole. Verts will start P2. Nice result for Verts. That's really, really good. The McLaren team's strong. Lots of points this season. They definitely be a threat in the constructors. So good result for Bert. Mario is 3rd, Lunar 4th, T-Brum 5th, Carson 6th, Asylum 7th, Sam 8th, Scavney 9th, Binny's 10th, Gord is 11th, Spot of Triple 12th, and Janet serves as qualifying band starting in P13. Alright.
I'm gonna give everybody, let's see, the updated standings here in Tier 1. So, driver standings, Say 68, Lunar Jedi 62, Mario World 61, your top 3. Janet P4 with 57. Really tight grouping there, only 11 points between the top 4. Verts with 45 and 5th, Carson with 32 and 6th, T-Brum 30, Sniper 28, T-Rex 26, and Asylum 18. That's your top 10. And then you got Slasher with 18, Zamoglis 17, Scavney 15, Grim Reaper in 14th with 12, Vinny Sips 8, Sam 6, and T-Money All Day 2, and P17. Let's go to Constructors. Constructors, you are right. McLaren is having a great season. McLaren in 1st with 92. Mercedes in 2nd with, McLaren with 102. Mercedes 92. Red Bull is in 3rd with 85. Ferrari in 4th with 79. Williams 44. Aston Martin 40. Alfa Romeo 12. And Haas 8. AlphaTauri and Alpine are more or less vacant teams, so no points for them. Good season for these guys so far. Let's see. Looks like a nice bright sunny day. Of course, Azerbaijan, basically the desert on the water.
We have had some wet weather races at Baku, though.
Yeah, I was in one a long time ago, probably like season 3 or something, season 4 maybe.
Yeah, I think in real life as well, we've had some wet Baku races. I guess with it being right on the sea, it's gonna pick up moisture sometimes, and just, you know, it's the deserts that are landlocked by mountains and stuff. Tend to be the dry ones.
Hey, you got, we haven't done predictions in a season or two, really. What do you think? You have any predictions for this race?
I'm going to say Jinnick gets on the podium, starting from P13. I don't think it's a super bold prediction, but obviously he's got some work to do.
That is the first word that came to mind when you said Janet. It was like, oh, that's bold.
Yeah. I mean, it's bold, but, you know, people just, like, a lot of people lack the consistency that he has, so I think he's the kind of driver, like, you put him at the back and he kind of is still dangerous. Like, it's not like, you know, like for a few guys, like, that they kind of need the track position to, like, have a clean race and get away from everybody, right?
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Can actually battle and carve through, so I'm not terribly disappointed that he's starting at the back, because it's going to be fun watching him get through there.
Oh, absolutely.
What about you? Any predictions?
I'm going to go
the order here.
Yeah, I'm going to give my dark horse. I guess it can't be dark horse. I'm going to go with Mario World. Mario World, he usually runs a
dark
pretty darn.
For a win?
Yep. Yes.
So you think Say will screw up and Mario swoop in there, clean up the scraps?
Perhaps. You know, I think that, you know, the likelihood of a VS, or actually a safety car here, is pretty high. And so I think that will tend to keep the cars, it'll change the strategies around a little bit. I think Mario World can maybe pick up a couple spots. He doesn't make many mistakes. Not that any of these guys really make them, but you know, he goes about his business. He's kind of like Jinnit without the elbows.
Wario, Vapors, hello, gentlemen, welcome to the chat. I had just opened the chat for the first time.
Cool.
Tires, Sei's on the mediums, Vert's on the hards, and Mario on the mediums. So, gotta figure Mario, you know, gets ahead probably on the start. That second straight after turn 2, surely he'll get by there with the extra grip. Jinnit starting on the hards, no surprise there. Loves the reverse strat.
This is interesting. This is really nice to see. What a mixture of mediums and hards, and it's from top to bottom. You know,
Yeah.
usually you might see the last 4 or 5 cars, 6 cars, whatever, are going to be on the harder compound, and the top ones are going to be on the softer, but it's mixed all the way through.
Yeah, and I don't think an early incident in switching to the hards, I don't think you're going to get to the end. So, for me, I think it's smarter to be on the. I don't know. It's hard to say, man, because if there's a safety car like on lap 4, if you're on the mediums, you can put those hards on and probably go to the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting for sure. Sei is on the grid. He's ready to go. Vert's pulling up the side. Mario third and Lunar fourth. That is pretty much the whole field there, I believe. Jinnit rounding out the back here. There's a little further behind. Alright, round 6 of Season 9, Tier 1. Let's get things fired up. Sei leading the championship, starting on pole position. Vert's Jinnit hoping Vert's can get in the mix and slow Sei down. We got 3, 4, 5 lights on. And we are racing in Baku. Let's go. Sei, lots of wheel spin on the start. Vert's trying to hang in there on the inside. Closes the door. Sei hangs on. Mario defends nicely. Under pressure is from Carson, and Carson goes round. T-Brim got into the back of him. Carson had a little wobble.
Lost his front wing.
Yeah. Carson had a little wobble, and T-Brim just kind of ran into the rear. So I think that's. I can't see T-Brim getting a penalty for that because it was lap 1, and like that has to be a racing incident. It's like, you know, a driver in front makes an error and you're literally right on his gearbox. There's nothing you can do. Like,
wow, Sei's already up a second in the 10th.
Yeah, good start for Sei, and other than that, everybody threw clean. So, you know, hopefully Carson, hopefully he can get himself fixed up and try to get back in the mix here.
So Jinnit's already up 4 spots. Top 10.
Yep.
Actually, 3 spots.
I hope he learned his lesson and he won't reset the track again. Can you hear the sarcasm?
Yep.
Yeah. It would be worse if the grid was full, honestly. Like, it would actually be like a big problem, but just kind of the nature of it right now.
Jinnit's
I just prefer that you
week.
don't do it. You know, it's just kind of like, just stop doing it. Just stop. Like,
I don't even do it.
Just because it's like you can overcome the penalty for it doesn't mean you should just do it. Like, I mean, obviously at some point you'll get so many penalty points and just be like, you know what?
I just don't. You know, personally, if I'm practicing or I'm racing, you know, whatever, that's not something I ever do. I try to get myself back on track driving. I don't understand the purpose of it other than to, you know, not cheat, but in real life you don't get to reset the track. You know,
yeah, exactly.
You drive back.
And that's why we don't allow it in the session. I understand if you're practicing and you just don't want to waste your time turning the car around, but you also do need to learn how to redo it. Anyways, I don't want to get hung up on.
Yep, let's move on.
We just had a couple really nice passes, and we're talking about bureaucratic horse shit. So let's move on. It's my fault, to be fair, but sorry, who was it? Was Scavney got by? No, and somebody just made a really nice move. And Jinnit's gone through as well now. Was it, could have been Scavney? I thought it was an AlphaTauri, but...
So, Janet's up 5 spots so far. 2 laps.
Yeah, I know, he's, it's what I mean, like, it's not... He's just dangerous from anywhere. Like, if he's on the track and his car is working, like, it doesn't matter where you put him.
No, and he's pressuring Scavney right now. He's on the... He's actually on the harder compound. Yeah. Using up his battery. He's going to make the move here quite easily without the DRS. Man on a mission. The Brit is on his way.
Matt Ligon. In it to win it. In it to win it. That's too easy.
A man of many names.
Yeah. He actually has kept this one for... He's kept this one pretty much all season, I think, so... Gotta go for that brand recognition. You can't change the name too often. You don't know who you are anymore. Like Prince, you know?
Like Verts. Fuck.
Yeah, I think he did because he's his Xbox name, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's why. Because he's on Xbox, so that's the user game tag he had for it or whatever.
So
I don't think he wanted to be that. He's just sort of stuck with it.
So Sei's loving this. He's got Verts behind him on the harder compound, holding everybody else up. Mario World now is going to have the DRS. Be interesting to see if he and T-Broom can kind of make some inroads on Verts. Yeah,
T-Broom also on the hard tire as well, so that's interesting. He's going to kind of get a little bit of a toe up through here and potentially ahead of Verts. So it's obviously Verts is going to be weary of the fact that he is racing T-Broom a little more directly, and obviously the longer he keeps Mario behind, the better it'll be at the end for him. Anyway, nice little scrap shaping up for P2. Sei just absolutely checked out. Comes Mario around the outside into turn 1.
Ooh, nice.
They really don't give the greatest angle for the cars through there, do they?
Oh, he couldn't hold on.
And there goes Verts back through.
Very impressive. Verts waited a long time to get on those brakes, and he made it work.
Oh, very tight there.
Wow.
But both drivers through clean.
I think Mario World's got the position now. But
oh, maybe not. The wheel spin, and there goes T-Broom too. The little bit of wheel spin there cost Mario. Now he's stuck behind 2 guys on hards.
You're right. Wow, how'd that happen, huh?
Yeah, make a little. Well, even the little mistakes, they cost you. You know, don't look now, but Asylum and Lunar aren't too far behind either, and they're closing.
Mm-hmm.
Jinnit also on the back of those guys, so this is going to get pretty interesting soon. These 3 do seem pretty evenly matched, and it looks like with the DRS, I don't think anyone's really going to separate themselves. I could see them all kind of driving together for a bit.
Yeah, a little bit of a DRS train, perhaps.
Yeah, great scenes for us, though. I mean, we've got Lunar pressuring Asylum, and then we have Sam, Scavney, and Spot Up all kind of close to one another. So we got some action to keep an eye on here. This is shaping up to be a pretty good race for us.
Ooh, Mario. Wrong way. T-Broom and Verts, what a battle. A little wheel spin from Verts, and so Mario World has pulled his car back into close range. He was nearly 9/10 of a second back of Verts coming down the front straight. Now he's only about half a second.
Yeah, I do wonder, like, what's the life of these mediums? Say 8 laps roughly, you think?
Great question. I meant to get on early enough to check that out. I think it's more than that. I think you could probably get 10 to 12, but that's really just an uneducated guess.
No, I was thinking, yeah, 8 to 10 is probably the sweet spot. You could probably stretch them a little longer. I think naturally you'd probably try to do that here. I think, I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, if you say a safety car came out now, if you were on the hard tires, you'd be laughing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, you're still at the front. Yeah, I think you definitely stay out and you gain a lot, right? But you know what though? I guess the field's pretty evenly split on the strategy, so it's not like you're going to gain tons. It would be like if, you know, 15 cars were on mediums and 5 were on hards, then it'd be very different. But
Mario World gonna be able to make it stick this time. Same setup, same situation as.
Yep. Just not a lot of room.
Gotta just get it. There you go.
Lined him up nicely there.
Yeah.
Mario's got a good run here.
Yep. There you go. Move done. Great battle though. Great stuff.
Yeah. Those two are racing each other as clean as I've seen in a while. It looks nice too, seeing the McLaren or Ferrari racing.
So Matt Legin has gone from about 2.5 seconds back of Asylum a couple laps ago to just over a second now.
Yeah. Lunar, not too far behind these guys. He's really reeled them in.
Yeah, I imagine that the hards now are starting to become the dominant compound. If nothing else, they're at least on par with the mediums at this point, I would guess.
Yeah, it seems like that, because the medium guys are starting to drift back, it looks like. Like, all the guys on mediums at the moment look like they're sliding away. Except for Say.
Say's probably wishing there was a cup holder in his car right now, in the cockpit.
Say, if he pit now, would probably come out well ahead of Scabney and have a huge cushion. I don't know how far he'd be behind the group in front of him, though. How long do we think a pit stop is here?
25.
25? Oh, Lunar is in DRS range of Bert's now, so Mercedes team coming on strong tonight.
Yeah, and I mentioned Jin half a lap ago, and now he is 8 tenths behind Asylum. So Jinnit on the move.
Yep.
His name is true to form. Jinnit is in to win it.
Yes. It always is.
So the gap between
strategy too.
I was gonna say the gap between Say and Tibram is more or less stabilized. I mean, it is up to 6 seconds now, but it took a while for it to get from, you know, the low 5s to 6, 2 or 3 laps, anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I'd be interested. You know, Say being out front by himself, the guy behind him being on the harder compound. He can see that Mario is on the mediums. I wonder if an undercut is something that he needs to think about either defending against or going for. Given that Mario World, I mean, looking at Mario World, obviously he knows he's going to have to box before Tibram. So really, he's got to be looking back to Mario World and trying to figure out how he's going to stay in front of Mario World.
Say
yeah.
I mean, do you think Mario World has the pace to pull an 8-second undercut?
Well, maybe not that much. No. I guess I probably should have not said it quite that way, but I don't think that Say is thinking about Tibram, given that he's on a different compound. But I'm sure he's looking back and seeing that Mario World is on the same compound.
So Jinnit threw on Asylum now, so he's going to be joining this party. I would bet. What lap do you think Jinnit catches these guys? Let's say by lap 10, he'll be within DRS.
You think so?
End of lap 10? Before it says 11 on the counter.
Okay.
I'm serious though, like these guys are scrapping. They're all racing wheel to wheel. Jinnit's got clear air finally, so he's on the hard tire. He should have a lot of life left. Let's see, we'll keep an eye on that delta, see how long it takes them to catch up to these guys.
So no sooner, I mean, what was it, maybe a lap and a half ago, I was talking about how T-Brum and Say's, the gap had stabilized. Look at it now. It's up to 7.
It's been almost like a second a lap.
Incredible. And these guys aren't slow.
No.
None of these guys are slow.
Pace here. Like T-Brum, wasn't T-Brum like untouchable last week? Like no one could catch him?
Yeah, rock solid.
Yeah.
T-Brum did have to kind of fight his way through a few cars to get to where he is now.
So Bert's looking to make a move on Mario here. Mario finally got in front, but now his tires are dropping off and he's under pressure.
Oh, Jinnit must have had a moment because he's now 6.5 seconds back. He was 5.5.
I was gonna say his pace just like once he got clear, I thought his pace would really pick up, but he seemed maybe he's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Asylum's keeping up with him.
Or he picked up damage, perhaps.
It didn't look like it. I'm looking at it right now. If it is, it's extremely minor because he has both end plates still there.
Yeah, maybe like more in the middle or something.
And he's got like 14% left on his battery.
Yeah, that won't help. You have to really get that thing back in the like 50% range when you're not trying to make overtakes. Because it does cost you power, like, I think it's under a quarter, it costs you power like everywhere. Yeah, say right now, if you pit, would be 10... Probably would come out ahead of Sam. So you come out P8. Or P7.
I would say that Say is probably going to be pitting probably around lap 11 or 12. So another lap or two.
Yeah, the longer he stays out, the bigger the gap gets. I think Jinnit, he'll have to try to get by Jinnit though, who will be on the hard tires, and I think that could be a problem. Just given the history of those two.
There's still plenty of separation right now.
For now, but if Say pits and Jinnit runs along, like he's gonna have to get by him at some point.
And you know,
unless
it's funny.
Say he can extend and keep building the gap, and then he gets the pit stop covered.
There's been a lot of friendly banter over their incidences over the first part of the season, but none of it has been egregious. I mean, it's just stuff that happens. Maybe one person is at fault for something, but I don't remember seeing anything that was like, oh my God, why'd you do that? Yeah,
it's more like the racing's so close that any little thing is bound to happen. It's not like anything was like, that was stupid. Like, none of it is like, wow, you're dumb. Like, why would you do that? Or like you're thinking with your emotions there or something. Like you're not thinking smart, right? It's just like hard racing that results in an incident. It's like teetering on the line of like being
Mario.
A little too much. With like, it's like, can you guys just not do that to one another? But at the same time, like, whoa, T-Brum out.
Oh, where'd that happen?
Did he crash in the pit entry?
No safety car. Must be. Yeah, it looked like it was in the pits.
His car is coming out, I believe, right?
I'm sorry? His car was coming out? Is that what you said?
It looks like it's coming out onto the track. Oh, no.
I don't think so. Oh,
that must
yes.
be Lunar.
No, Lunar's up towards the front behind the McLaren
okay, yeah. So his car did come out on the track. And how did that happen, then?
I couldn't tell you.
Maybe he just retired the car? Yeah, he's left. I don't know. I mean, maybe he had to go.
Maybe, yeah. Just to finish my thought on Jeanette and Say, I don't think they are like angry with each other. Maybe they might be frustrated, but I don't think there's any like.
No, it's not. It's not cross a line. So it's like a healthy rivalry.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a bit cheeky at times, and it's kind of like, you know, just don't make me do anything.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these drivers is the type of driver that's going to go and try to seek revenge, you know, by trying to. I mean, it's just they both like racing too much to waste their time trying to do that.
And the biggest problem with it is, like, we'll catch it, and they know I don't have a tolerance for, like.
And that's good though.
Exactly.
I like that you fucking. I like that. We need that.
I will not tolerate.
Oh, Jeanette spun.
People.
Turn one. He saved the car. It was a half spin. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off like that.
No problem. I missed that, so I'm watching Scavney right now try to get by Asylum. But no, that's, I mean, there's zero tolerance for like that kind of stuff. Where it's like, if it looks like you intentionally tried to take somebody out, you're gone. Like, you're just not going to race here. Like,
yeah,
there's no second chances on something like that. Like,
that did happen several seasons ago. I forget who it was, and I really don't care who it was, but it's very.
Who it was. And I remember him begging me to let him back
yes,
in.
okay, now I know who it
and then
is.
He spent months downvoting our videos on YouTube because he was mad. And I was like, dude, you intentionally took someone out of a race. You're never racing here again. I was like, you can say sorry all you want. I am never letting you race here. Ever. Like, you can't control your emotions in the moment. I think Asylum has lost his end plate. Someone just flipped the wall. I saw a piece of fiber fly off. I think it was black. So, yeah, it looks like Asylum. He's tucking in now. And he just pit to hard, so he's going to have to come in. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Let's see. I got a good view here of his car coming. He's lost his, his right end plate.
22, 23 seconds behind. Say, I know with the spin now, Say can probably just extend that gap and pit safely and come out behind Verts. Or sorry, behind Lunar. But Lunar and Verts have to pit, so.
Yeah, this is Say right now is at the point where he's like, okay, I don't need safety cars now. He can pit and regain the lead after these. Oh no, Asylum is out. In the, I don't know what that corner is.
You called it, man. It's going to be a safety car. He crashed on track.
There it is.
It is. It is. Oh my god.
This is good for Say.
It's good for everybody at this point because everybody can pit and get to the end.
Everybody can pit on. Well, you know what? The guys on the hards can pit to the mediums, and Say has to pit to the hards. So this is not good for Say.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I say he's so bloody fast here. I don't think anybody can beat him tonight, to be honest. But circumstantially, now Jenna can smell blood and has the opportunity. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty spicy. Literally the halfway point of the race, Asylum broke his wing, and trying to make his way back to the pits, he must have just lost control.
Yeah, at the end of that back straight before the sharp left-hander. That a lot of people tend to
if
misjudge.
You try to go through there with wing damage, yeah, you can hit the wall pretty easily.
Yeah,
with full grip, it's pretty easy, but when you're missing some downforce and you're trying to, like, you know, I'll try to save some time through here. No, man. Same with this section here, where I'm on board with Vinny. This section is also very tricky with damage. Good news for Vinny, though. He gets back in the mix. Carson as well stuck it out. He had a really shit start to the race, and he's going to get back in the fight now. So, really good stuff for these guys. I'm sorry it happened to Asylum. He's been really good this season. Deserves better, but I like that there's a safety car. It kind of changes things because we were in pretty much status quo for quite some time.
Oh yeah,
I was still enjoying it though. I was thinking about the strategies and how it was going to pan out, but yeah, no, definitely flipped the race on his head now.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting on the edge of my seat again.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting.
The cat's sleeping on me. And
come on, Beck.
Yeah, come on, bud. I'm not even kidding though. Like, on like my recliner, and he was like laying sideways across one of my legs. like he's looking like a little rainbow, like curled over my leg, and I was just like, "How is this comfortable for you?" And he's like, he didn't want to get up. He was mad that I was telling him to move.
Ah.
You know what safety car means? Top up the wine.
So everybody but Mario and Seye are on the mediums. Lucky for Seye, he is in front, so if he can get away clean, like you said, he does have great pace here. He might be able to distance himself from Verts, maybe Lunar and Verts, and start getting into a little battle there, slow them down a little bit.
Janet podium incoming.
Yeah, that's right. You called that, huh?
I sure did.
No, it's good to see Sam up to P6. I don't mean anything. You know, I don't mean to leave other guys out, but I know Sam had missed quite a few races, and I don't think he had a very good race last week. He might have crashed out or something, but so good to see him back.
So spot up and Gord don't count too. Just remember that when we look at the points here.
Oh, yeah.
So Vinny actually is currently P9 and Scabney's P8. You know, point wise. But yeah, Sam needs a result. Mario is pitting.
Ooh, he's going to get onto those mediums, I imagine.
Now, why did he wait?
He might. Maybe
the gap actually.
I wonder if he just made a mistake going in, or he forgot to change.
I wonder if he was considering it and realized how everybody else is on the mediums except for Seye, and thought, you know what, I'll lose one spot, and I have the gap to spot up triples to pit. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good move. That was a really good
absolutely.
move.
Yeah, he had nothing to lose. You're absolutely right. I mean, one spot. But,
one spot that he can get back because he was bloody quick. He's podium pace, so I think he can get back up there, and now he's on even terms. Seye, this is going to hurt Seye. Just say there's no realm where Seye pits now. He knows he's got pace. Nope. He doesn't need to. But, yeah, no, there's no way.
Even if there was another safety car, I don't think any of them.
No.
I don't think any of them. Right.
Soft's last, what, here, like 3 laps, 4 laps? They're terrible. I just mean, like, the only way it's happening is if there's another safety car, and someone like Carson or Gord is like, hey, you know what, I'm slapping a pair of softs on here, let's just go racing for 3 laps. I would do it. If I was near the back and I had 3 laps of racing to do, I would put the softs on. You might be able to gain 2 or 3 positions that you wouldn't have got normally, so.
You think we're going around one more time? We've got Vinny Sips still 25 seconds behind.
Yeah, I think it'd be off by now. We're in Sector 3, so.
Yep.
It generally won't shut off before after Sector 2 it won't turn off, but I have seen it turn off late when the cars do catch up.
I would think right now that Seye has got to get some heat into those freaking tires. He's got to take the next lap, three-quarters of this lap.
Doing a very gentle leaving, and I'm wondering if he's just trying to keep the life of the tires in so he can really push them. But I would say yes, now he knows this lap, they'll probably go racing again, so he probably should start working them harder, right? I think he maybe was...
I would think so.
He was thinking, like, well, what's the point of getting them warm until I need to?
Yeah, I think that really his mindset has got to be that he's got to pull away. He's got to create a gap.
The thing is, like, think about where the restart's going to occur here. You know what?
I would wait.
You know, would you just drive super slow to the line just to make sure that no one's getting a huge run on you? Because if you start it really early, like, people are going to have a toe on you. Like, they're going to catch you.
You really need to really fool them or verts behind you and subtly, surprisingly create enough of a short gap, really, and punch it, and you probably could escape. But you can't have him verts go at the same time as you are at the beginning of that straight. He's just going to lose.
Right.
So, poor Seye, he was this track. What did he say? It scared him. Yeah. Something like that. I wonder how he feels right now.
I mean, he's got to be pretty confident with his pace at this point. Like, given the proof's there. Like, qualifying, race session, you know, he's clearly the fastest guy. What I'd be concerned about is making sure I restart as late as possible so no one can have a run on me.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that everybody behind is on mediums.
He's got to back off right now.
Yeah.
He's got to slow the heck down, in my opinion.
He's too close to the safety car to punch it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if he's trying to stay close enough to it that he can just kind of, like, drag this to the line.
And it's so hard to go slow. Nobody wants to go slow. And so, you know, he's got open track in front of him, and he's got to resist punching it until...
Oh, he punched it. And Verts is getting a decent toe on him, too. Like, that was maybe a little too early. Ooh. Oh, Jinnit nearly into the wall. Did you see that?
I was the camera angle I had was that Seye almost went into the wall.
Yeah, he did, but Jinnit was super close. Verts with a really nice run here. Could it be on? Oh, it's close. Once that DRS kicks in, if he's within a second, it's going to be dangerous. The pressure's on for Seye. He's going to have to defend his heart out here.
I think what we'll see here, we'll find out which part of this track he's faster than everybody else. And I'm going to guess that it's this part.
Got to remember, too, his tires will get better as the lap goes on. It looks like they are starting to warm up a little bit because he's really good through here. He's gaining time.
Mm-hmm.
And the tires were cold. He wouldn't be. So he probably has got them up to a temperature that he needs them at. And so Verts has to pounce. He has to do something. Otherwise, I think Seye might get away.
So Seye has another lap to get another 3.5 tenths to break that toe, the DRS, and it's already almost just 3 tenths.
He's already gaining on Seye here.
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be really good for Verts, and Lunar and Jinnit are going to come along for the ride too.
Not enough. Yeah, so Seye needs to get away now.
Through Sector 2, it looks like where he gets his advantage. So Verts has to make sure he stays in that range. Next lap will get DRS, so Verts needs to stay in that 1 second window.
So I believe that now his tires are probably right just about up to temperature.
Yeah, I would say they're working now.
And you can see he's up to 8/10. Ooh, changes quick in those turns.
Oh, that looks like a little error there. Say he lost a little chunk of time to Verts. Oh, I think Say touched the wall there.
It looked like it.
On the inside, right?
Yep, I didn't see anything break.
I didn't see anything break either, but I think that wheel banged off the wall, and that definitely cost him a little bit of time.
Yeah, he might be in trouble coming down this front. Ooh, did Verts almost kiss the wall there? He's still got his end plate.
So Verts already gaining on Say once again. I don't think Say is going to be able to break this. Gotta think the medium tires will be the better tire for at least 3 or 4 more laps.
Verts might have him this time here. Say's got to stay very close to the middle of the track, protect that inside.
Yeah, under braking, the mediums will work better as well.
Oh, no way! No! Come on! Oh, man.
Did Verts run into him?
Yeah. Damn. All right, well. So Say's dropped down, and he's got, yeah, he's frustrated. Wing damage. So, all right, back to the front. So Jinnit is on the podium. We got Jinnit on the podium now.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to get at least P2. Vert's obviously going to pick up a penalty for that one. You'll have to review that. It's just the angle I had, I didn't actually see the contact, but I saw, like, I was on Verts with the broadcast view, and it showed him like right on the tail of Say. And I wonder if Say just yeah.
I had the broadcast view from Say, so I was at the. You could clearly see. You can almost see it coming.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. You know, he didn't like completely miss the braking zone. It was just so close. He just touched him a little bit, and it spun him.
And that's a tricky corner, right? So
yeah.
The way you are approaching that corner, if you get nudged a bit, you're basically gonna either spin or hit that wall.
I still believe that it's the responsibility of the car behind to not hit the car in front. And
absolutely,
Say, you know, on the hards in front probably felt as he had the position because Verts was still behind him, so maybe he went in just a tiny bit more cautiously than Verts expected.
We got a hell of a battle shaping up here for the win. Verts, let's just assume that he's not going to be penalized. Obviously, I think he will get penalized given the circumstances, but you know, let's call this as a 1-2-3 battle for first. And yeah, Lunar putting the pressure on Jinnit in that DRS range as well.
Fighting for the fucking P2 now.
Yeah, and Mario World, he's in striking distance if he can kind of reel that gap in a bit. But is he carrying that damage still, Mario?
I cannot tell. His tires are 1 lap fresher. Not that that means too much with only 7 laps to go, but there is still 7 laps to go, and I mean, anything can happen, obviously, with all these walls here.
Yeah.
And he has closed in on Jinnit somewhat. Got it under 2 seconds now.
Jinnit just dropping away a touch as well.
So now Lunar is the great white shark after Verts.
Yep.
And Lunar doesn't. When we were watching Verts chase Say through the beginning of that the beginning of the third sector, you called it. He kept reeling in.
Oh, Jinnit.
Ooh.
There's a huge moment there, nearly into the wall, and that's brought Mario into the DRS range.
Lunar completely overshot into the. Oh my. And he's kind of stuck there right now. He's trying to figure his way out of it.
Half a wing as well. Like,
oh man. Oh, there's Jinnit all of a sudden, P2.
Probably P1 if Verts picks up the
Perhaps,
penalty that we expect, but...
And there's my Mario World, my dark horse for the win. Suddenly up into P3. Sam, P4. Quietly. Unfortunately, Sam, sorry.
And Carson, who had a disastrous start, is in the top 5.
Spot up must have... No, you're right. Wow. Well, this is a hard track to...
yeah. If you're picking up a penalty, you're probably not in the race. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where you could run wide or cut a corner and get away with it. Right there, maybe on the left.
There's the one, the last right-hander before the castle section.
Yeah, that one too. I thought I saw Mario go over that, and that's why I brought it up, actually. I was like, did he just cut that corner? Oh, no!
What was that?
Mario!
No, his
Mario's
whole wing
made
is...
a huge mistake. He's lost
his
his entire
wing's
front
gone.
wing. It's absolutely gone. I saw him kind of come around the corner from the broadcast angle, and I saw a huge, massive piece of front wing fly up in the air, and then
Jinnit is in the lead.
The wall.
Jinnit is winning this race. Safety car.
Oh my goodness.
Verts
has just pit to softs.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
So did Mario. Mario obviously going to slip a little further back.
The safety car though, so he might get a chance to pit too. Verts out in front of Seye. Wow, Seye. Seye didn't go in the pits. And now he's stuck behind Verts. Oh my goodness. Disaster for Seye. Why didn't he pit? Everybody else pit. Did he just miss the exit and like Verts and Mario had just gone in because of whatever reason they decided to pit for?
I'd say he's missing his left front end plate.
Oh no.
Well, you know what? This might not be that bad of a decision, given that there are the number of laps left, and by the time they get back to racing, he's only going to have to defend for so long. But yeah, everybody behind him's on the softs.
The field is not that spread out. I think we'll be racing by lap 24. That'll give 3 laps.
No, the safety car is yet to pick up the leader. Jinnit is your leader. Sam, damn Sam. P2, Gourd Sauce, the reserve, and P3, Verts. On the softs, he's got to be...
Why did he pit? There's no way he knew a safety car was coming.
I don't know. I do not know. We'll have to ask him if we get the chance.
No, we won't, because it's Xbox.
So, do you think Seye's gonna? He's on the back end of Verts here. Do you think? Nope, he's staying out.
I don't know if I like that. With wing damage and a soft tire, I guess he wants to get ahead of Jinnit.
Jinnit pit. Oh yeah, my! Look. Jinnit.
So now Jinnit's got to go by Seye. Oh man.
Oh man, Sam.
You know it's coming. You know it's coming.
Oh man. I thought Jinnit would have stayed out. Jinnit's fast enough. I thought that he could probably hold on for the lead, the win. Certainly a podium. So now he's got to work his way back. This, though, what's that?
Gourd doesn't count. Verts probably gets a penalty. Seye is kind of looking at a P2 here. Right, he's not going to stay ahead of Jinnit. There's no way. Seye should have pit. In hindsight, right? Like, look at this now. He wouldn't be ahead of Jinnit for what it's worth, but is he in a position to really race Jinnit at this stage? Like,
yeah, if he did pit, though, I guess I wouldn't have changed my wing. If he's staying out there with the hards and didn't worry about the wing,
I guess, yeah.
You couldn't. He would have had to change that, make sure that he didn't get a wing change, because that's another 7-8 seconds.
I would have just took it. Honestly.
I'm not.
The pace is there. I mean,
another 5 seconds, I should say. Yeah. Well, probably even more so now in the straight line.
Yeah.
Well, at the lead of this race, the lead into the race, you thought it could be this or that, and one of them was ho hum. This has not been ho hum.
That's true. It was a little ho hum until the first safety car. But now it's a double safety car and a variety of strategies. I mean, Gord could play the ultimate spoiler role here and just allow Sam the cushion he needs, because you are right. It does not look like we're going racing yet, so we're going to complete lap 24 under the safety car. And that'll give us 2 laps of racing, so no more DRS. Yeah,
I think Jin is probably kicking himself right now. If not, I'll kick him.
Oh, he'll get by Seye.
I'll kick him.
He'll get by Seye, but I don't know if he's going to get back to the lead.
We had talked about this a race or two ago, where you got to think about, okay, if I pit and I drop 3-4 positions, how many will I make back? And if I stay out, how many will I lose? Which one is the better scenario? I think Janet would have probably benefited by staying out. I think he could have P2, P3. What was that?
Seye has spun into the wall under the safety car. And he's lost his entire front wing now.
Grosjean.
Oh my god. And it was at this track too.
Oh my god.
It was Baku when Grosjean did that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was under safety car.
Oh my god. Dude,
that is... Oh man.
Okay, can we just go, let's go back in the time machine for 3 minutes back. Seye, oh my god, he's retired on track 2.
No. Oh,
he had points.
Say,
he has points still, but like, come on.
Oh, come on, Say. We don't want that. But I understand the frustration. But it was nobody's fault.
No.
I shouldn't say that.
I mean, okay. You're right. You're right.
The most recent spin was his fault.
Yeah. But I want to rewind like 3 minutes. We said Seye should have pit, put the softs on, fix the wing.
Yep.
Do you think that happens if he did that and feels like I can still win this thing?
No, because I think
that happens.
No, because I think that he, being on the hard tires, is probably trying a little aggressively to keep those tires to temp.
Right. And the wing damage, obviously, not helping.
Not helping, and then if he had boxed for the softs, he wouldn't have to worry about that as much. I think we're going racing. I didn't see this.
We are. Safety car is coming in.
Well, I don't mean to.
I gotta say, I don't think Sam did a great job there. He left himself very vulnerable. Oh, my goodness!
Oh,
is that Janet into the wall? It is. He somehow kept his wing, but he did go into the wall. And now he's lost his wing. Okay, so he's run into the back of Mario, and I believe he's got damage. Scavney is now going to get by.
Oh.
Scavney having a look, and out front for Vert's going in.
No!
Oh,
no! Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, no! Oh, my goodness.
Not good. I have to say that was a little aggressive on Vert's part.
Oh, my goodness. Lunar, Scavney, and Carson also have just had some kind of moment here.
Guys, keep your composure here.
Okay, so back to the incident. Vert's tangles with Sam. Now, as much as Vert's did cause the spin because of where he was sitting, was he far enough alongside that Sam should not have come across the front of him like that?
I will not render an opinion on that because not on air. That's a tough one. That's going to be for the stewards. That's always a tough one to decipher.
Mario has lost his entire front wing yet again.
And
someone's out. I think that's Scavney. Into the wall pretty hard. Yeah, so Scavney has no wing now. Man, I gotta say, there's no way Verts is getting out of this race without at least 5 seconds. So I think Jinnit just won this race.
He may have if he stays on track and doesn't hit the wall again. And Mario World's looking at a podium potentially. Gourd Sauce doesn't count, so our top 3 currently is Verts, Jinnit, and Mario, correct?
Oh, Lunar with a crazy move on the outside of Carson here. They're still wheel to wheel.
Oh, nice racing.
Yeah. Really good shit. Lunar and Carson wheel to wheel here, and Lunar went like basically around the outside in turn 1 on Carson. So this is the spot. That was where it happened with Sam and Verts, and those two just got through there okay. So someone made a mistake, and I don't know if it was Sam coming across or if it was Verts sticking his nose in where it didn't belong.
I have to tell you this. I don't know if Mario has no front wing. Nothing.
Yeah, I did see that. I don't know what happened, but I just see him
look
bang
at
into
him.
the wall.
He has got to manage. He's doing a fantastic job here. He's got a podium if he can bring this home. Jinnit must have, yeah, Jinnit's missing his left end plate.
Yeah, he did run into the back of Mario, I believe. And I don't know what happened to Mario, but I saw him hit the wall, and then I went to go check for end plate damage and saw he had no front wing at all, and was like, oh, well, that didn't happen there. Oh,
he
hit the wall again.
Is he going to be able to keep
He's testing that
Lunar
suspension.
He will be able to keep Lunar behind him.
And he's like, oh, he's probably going to get by Gord here. He's going for it on Gord. How did he stop the car?
Who needs a front wing?
How did he stop the car? How did he make that turn?
I don't know. He was pressuring Gord.
I know.
It's like, oh my God.
I mean,
what a race.
Yeah, that was insane.
Good stuff, but I imagine there'll be a couple incident reports, which to be expected at a track like this, though.
They've been busy this year. My goodness.
Well, you know what? They may be busy, but I don't see any freaking chatter in the Discord where people are bitching at each other and cussing each other out and shit.
The race just ended.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, in the first 5 race. Well, you know what? If they get frustrated, I've always said that you try to keep it in the private, direct message, and try to just hash it out there.
We had 13 people watching the end of that race. That's impressive.
Nice.
That's like the most I've seen for a while.
Yeah, that's like season 3, 4. I mean, I can remember, freaking 15. T-Brum saying, my pedals came off my stand, sorry about the retirement. Yeah, I figured something happened, because it was that sucks.
So sudden.
Oh, and Janet left. Well.
Yeah. So, who do we interview?
Verts, Janet, and Mario.
No, because those guys are on different platforms. So we got Mario, Lunar, and Carson, right?
What about Gourd Sauce? He did finish 3rd, even though he doesn't get points.
Yeah. We could, you know what, we can bring him in if Jinnit doesn't show up. How about that? We'll go Gord, Mario, Lunar, and if Jinnit doesn't come in, we'll just, fuck it, we'll just invite the 4 of them. I think Jinnit's going to win the race, though, like, once the stewards award penalties. Verts does get fastest lap, so if he stays in the top 10, which, yeah, he should, yeah. I don't think he'll get, like, I would say potentially 5 and 5 for both incidents, at least 5 for one of them.
Man, there was...
Sorry, who was I supposed to interview again?
Janet, Lunar, Mario, and... Mario. Was it... Did we say Gourd Sauce? Or did we skip... Okay.
We thought about it.
You know what? Asylum's stuck around as the host of this.
Gourd sauce. It doesn't matter if he leaves. Gourd sauce, Janet. I don't think Janet will join. He hasn't really because he's been on the PC. So we'll just leave Janet off.
So you got
gourd sauce.
Verts, Mario World.
I don't think I have Mario World on my friends list.
Okay, I can get them. Right? Yep. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know, but like I said, the host is still here. Maybe you can invite the host in if you don't have to, but I applaud Asylum for sticking around. We've had too many instances where the hosts have left after a bad race. Let's see. I know I have Mario World. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Hold on. There's Mario. So, Lunar Jedi, you have them? I might be able to get them. So Mario, join. You have Lunar, okay. So do we have 3 in here?
I don't think so yet.
There's Janet. Okay. My favorite Brit. Yeah.
That's definitely a race run. I've got to qualify for resetting on track. You know what I mean? Rules are rules. Yeah. Well, obviously it's going to get reported, I'm sure, by
Janet.
but it'll definitely be, I would say, harsher than getting this track, yeah. Because he did right in front of me on the safety car, so he was frustrated. Ridiculous, yeah. And it's just like, GP actually very quickly called approach on it, and I was like, holy shit, great reference, because it was half on you too, and he did that. Erickson hit me, Junior hit me. No.
So what's our finishing order here? Because I've kind of lost.
Well, Janet should get the win. I imagine.
Okay.
Getting a penalty or 2, run into the back of 2 cars now, but
did you?
First. Gord we invited, but doesn't count, and then you got Lunar.
Mario was P4. Lunar second?
Mario P3. Yeah, Mario was beyond Gord. Yeah, and then it was.
Okay. So I'm going to start with Lunar. All right, Lunar. What a race. Hey, man, you guys got to go back and watch it. We had a blast watching you guys. Describe your race to us from your point of view.
Yeah, setup was okay. I just wasn't confident on traction, and it was very obvious when I was actually trying to race and not just simuling. And then, as you guys saw, I missed my braking point. Had to go in the runoff, and the safety car helped me in the end. I'm actually surprised that I think when the safety car came in, I was P10, and to finish P5 after seeing so many people fight has been honestly a big win for me. So obviously we had a good fight with Carson on the last lap, like was it 3-4 corners. It was good. Frustrating, but happy with the result.
Yeah, that was my next question. Was it frustrating for you? Because it seems like it was. I think that question would be warranted to every driver in this race because it seemed like everybody had a moment of some sort. Well, you survived. Congratulations. You know got to the end. Uh, Bigga, any questions for Lunar? He never does. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go to.
I just basically
I know. All right, congratulations, Lunar. Let's go to Mr. Mario World. Mario, congratulations. What a take us through your last couple laps. You had no wing all of a sudden, no front wing, and we were like, "What is going on here?" You were holding on and not hitting any of the walls.
Well, I think in the back 5 laps before that when I caused the safety car from driving into a wall, losing my whole wing the first time. The mediums, I don't know how I managed that. I had no grip. My rear tires, like my setup was like I liked everything about my setup other than the fact that my rear tire was astronomically bad. Like I was on those mediums for like maybe 6 laps and they were already at like 40% or something. So I just spun, completely took off the wing, got the safety car, and then the restart was just chaos. Like I passed Jitted, like somehow. Then there was another battle in front, and then there was like a big collision I saw with Sam, and then Sam spun in front of me, and I drove right into him and lost my whole wing. So then it was kind of just trying to survive. So then, I don't know who it was, like start of sector 3 on lap 25. Someone was like 2 tenths behind me, but then they spun, and then all of the battles behind kept the gap large, because it would come down to a second, cars in battle, and then it would go up to like 2 seconds. So honestly, I just got really lucky in all the battles, because then, you know, by the time we got into the back straight again, it was right behind me, but without a wing, tend to drive pretty fast on that straightaway, so...
Yeah, I was amazed that you were able to get through that high-speed S section leading to that the final straight. Yeah. So overall, how do you feel about your race? I mean, forget where you finished. I mean, yeah.
Other than the honestly, the mistake I made was just on the mediums. That's the mediums were kind of bad, and honestly, like I thought it was going to be enough. So to racing and then to get P2 at the end, for your effort, not making it.
Good job. Hey, congrats. Let's move on to our race winner, Gin It to Win It, Matt LeGin, whatever you want to call him. My favorite Brit, my favorite Martian, my favorite Brit. Gin It, congratulations.
if you get what that 92 reference to, I'll
If I get what?
What Matt LeGin's the reference to.
Oh, I'll have to look into that then. I don't get it right now. Well, congratulations first and foremost, last to first, right? Quali ban. Let's not give Jinnit quali bans anymore, because look what happens. Great race.
Everyone just capitulated on capitalism. That's all it was. Luna goes to you, Saya does the same.
Yeah. So obviously we can't follow you the whole time, particularly at the beginning when you were trying to make your way through traffic and whatnot. How did that go for you? Where you feel pretty good back then at the beginning and making your way through?
It was just braking for the first turn because I was running 6-0 on the wings, so the rear end coming into turn 1 was always good stepping out, and that was just alright. So I was losing pace. You could tell when we raced on the horns. I was 6 seconds off there now, and it was going up the safety car.
Mm-hmm.
I was back on the and then I just leveled the big stone. I just took my wings off it.
So was it lap 25 or 26 coming down the front straight? You hit the wall in turn 1.
I think I hit the wall on the safety car restart. That's where it all happened.
Okay.
So I had the last 2 laps green flag with yellow, full of yellow for the wing.
I assume that you felt pretty comfortable with your setup because, I mean, you made your way through quite...
I was hoping Gordon would keep Mario down and got through Gordon. That would be courage. What if they had damage behind them? Props to Gordon for doing the job.
Well, all right, Bigger, my man. You have any questions for these three? We can wrap it up. I know that the 9:30 time frame is a really good time for us to end the broadcast.
Yeah,
No. Gort? No. Well, I don't see him. Yep, you, Mario, and Lunar. Yep.
yeah, no, I don't have any questions. Congrats, obviously, everybody on the podium. Great job. Janet, I for your reason, I'm predicting you for a podium. I didn't expect you to win.
So if I get top 5, I said I'd be happy with the night.
Yeah, no,
I'll come out for this.
it's a hell of a try. Just stop resetting the track. Don't do that anymore. I feel bad for saying, man, but he was just bloody fast. Like, no one legit could have beat him. It was just that he got run into the back of, and then it basically was a grapple. And it's like, fuck, man, like that's a really, really tough go. So I feel bad, and hopefully he'll be back next week. All right, it's not next week. It's a break week.
That's right.
But yeah, we'll be back Wednesday night and Thursday night for F2 as well. Wednesday night Tier 2. And next week we are off. Tier 1 and Tier 2 are off. F2 will go on Thursday night. Yes. We're so far behind in that one. We want to plow with it. So that's going to go Thursday night. And then, yeah, we'll be back the week after. I believe we have... Basically, it's about the halfway point of the season. Next week's Monza, so not next week, but next race is Monza. So 2 weeks off, and we'll be back to Monza. What do we got after that? We have a pretty nice calendar for the end of the season. So we got Monza next week. We got Australia, Singapore, Hungary, Spain.
We have just one. We have just one break week this season, correct?
Yeah, it's just the next week. I actually wanted to time it with the March races. One week off. Yeah, next week we'll be going a little lonesome. ZOR, GP, going to see commentary Thursday night.
I'm
Me and F2 Alright, guys. Great night, great data racing. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
See you guys. Great stuff.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, GP.
You bet. See ya. See ya, Bigger.